In this episode, we will introduce the Generalized Kelly Criterion. Let's consider the ultimate question. How can we achieve optimal long-term bankroll growth? Let EI be the expected edge in the round of number I, and bet be the wager in that round, expressed as a percentage of the total bankroll. Let B game represent the bankroll normalized by the initial bankroll, and N be the average number of rounds in a game. The cumulative gain of a game can be expressed as the product of 1 plus EI times bet I across all rounds. To maximize B game, we must maximize this cumulative product, which essentially reduces to maximizing EI times bet I in each round. The problem then becomes, how do we use the true count of a particular counting system to determine a betting strategy that maximizes the product of expected edge and bet size? The typical form of the Kelly criterion is best known for handling 2 or 3 outcome scenarios. A coin flip game is a classic 2-outcome example. The player either loses or wins. The winning probability is PW, the winning return is G, and the losing penalty is the entire bet. The optimal bet in this case is winning probability minus losing probability divided by G. An investment is a good example of a 3-outcome case. The value may increase, decrease, or remain unchanged. Here, the winning probability plus the losing probability is less than 1. The winning return is still G, but in the losing case, the investment usually incurs only a partial loss rather than a total one. In this case, the optimal investment amount is given by winning probability divided by the loss value minus losing probability divided by the gain value. The blackjack game is more complicated than the above 2 scenarios. The left table lists all the 8 outcomes of the game. For one scenario, the G1 is 1. The winning probability is PW, let's call it P1, for easier representation of analysis. And we define G2 and P2 all the way to G6 and P6 for outcomes of lost, BJ, surrender, double win, double loss. Note that push and double push are not in the equation. Through mathematic deviation, we can show that maximizing edge times bet for a single round is equivalent to finding the roots of a 5th-order polynomial. Without loss of generality, the coefficients of C5, C4, C3, C2, C1, C0 can be expressed in closed form. While our 5 roots exists, only one root is both real and lies between 0 and 1. This root corresponds to the optimal bet fraction. Note that each probability is a function of the true count of the counting system in use, and so is the optimal bet. We can apply the generalized Kelly criterion to any card counting system. To demonstrate its effectiveness, we use Monte Carlo simulation. In the setup, the initial bankroll is $100, and the base bet is 1% of the bankroll. Depending on the bet strategy and TC value, the player may bet 2%, 3%, and so on. As an example, consider the popular high-low system shown in the top left figure. The simulation runs 1.3 million hands across 563 games. The figure compares bankroll growth under different betting strategies. The x-axis is the game round index, and the y-axis is the bankroll on a logarithmic scale. Orange, GKC-based strategy. Blue, 1% overbet strategy. Green, flat bet method. Red, 1% underbet strategy. The GKC-based strategy is optimal for long-term growth. It shows smaller drawdowns compared to the overbet case, while also achieving steeper growth than the underbet case. This demonstrates its balance between risk and reward. The GKC curve grows linearly on the log scale equivalent to exponential growth on a linear scale, showing consistent and stable performance, independent of bankroll size or starting point. By contrast, the flat bet method, green, exhausts the bankroll in fewer than 1,000 games. We extended the simulation to 5 additional counting systems: Omega 2, halves, Zen, Gram 7, and DM Pro. In every case, the GKC-based strategy proved optimal over the long run. Our algorithm thus generalizes the Kelly criterion to multi-outcome games and applies it across all blackjack counting systems. This slide summarizes the player's edge, expected value, and hourly rate of a game for high-low, basic Omega 2, halves, Zen, Gram 7, and DP Pro, assuming $100 bankroll and 4 games per hour. All have significant players, edge from 1.6% to 2.17%. Considering the skipped rounds, the expected value is another indicator to judge. The initial hourly rate is around $1 given $100 bankroll, seems not too high, but if the player can stick to 1% base bet of bankroll, the hourly rate will increase exponentially with consistency over time and become significant. In this series of presentations, we proceeded step by step. First, we revisited blackjack terminology and rules to ensure we aligned on the basics. Our focus was on the main blackjack bet, which offers a higher player edge compared with side bets. Next, we walked through a systematic illustration of blackjack strategy suites. These are structured collections of strategies tailored to different playing styles and game conditions. At the heart of this framework are 3 pillars: card strategy, making decisions such as hit, stand, double, or split; counting system, evaluating the deck composition to gain predictive insight; bet strategy, determining how much to bet and when. We then examined step-by-step procedures for applying these strategies in real blackjack play, whether in casinos or simulations. A well-crafted bet strategy didn't just determine the amount wagered, it can also increase the player's edge by improving both the win rate and the effective average bet size. This is where the Generalized Kelly Criterion, GKC, comes in. We reviewed the mathematical formulation of GKC, which was designed to maximize long-term growth in blackjack. Unlike the standard Kelly formula, GKC handles multi-outcome games, adapts to all card counting systems, and adjusts dynamically to different bankroll levels. Ultimately, what does this deliver? Stable and repeatable performance across varied game conditions, and most importantly, an attractive long-term exponential gain for the skilled player. We provide the BJ Strategy Simulator and BJ Strategy Drill apps to give you the ultimate edge. Evaluate powerful blackjack strategy suites, customize your own, and master them with confidence, so you can take control of the table in real games. For details, check out our channel for app demos and visit our official website at www.quant-blackjack.com. This concludes our complete blackjack guide and introduction to the Generalized Kelly Criterion, your roadmap to smarter play and long-term success.